Nakshi Mahur, Assistant Professor, Zoology, Sri Samyaji Government College, Mandafia, Chittagong. Today my topic is pyruvate decarboxylation and Krebs cycle. Pyruvate decarboxylation or pyruvate oxidation is also known as link reaction. It is the conversion of pyruvate into acetyl coenzyme by the enzyme complex pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. The reaction of pyruvate decarboxylation is 1 pyruvate plus 1 NAD plus coenzyme give rise to 1 acetyl coenzyme plus NADH plus carbon dioxide and plus H plus. Pyruvate oxidation is a step that connects glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Pyruvate produced by glucose glycolysis is converted into acetyl coenzyme A so that it can enter the citric acid cycle. This takes place in the mitochondrial matrix in eukaryotes. Pyruvate is transported from cytosol into the mitochondrial matrix by carrier proteins on the mitochondrial membrane. It includes 3 steps. First, a carbonyl group is sniffed off pyruvate and released as a molecule of carbon dioxide and leave behind 2 carbon molecule. This process is decarboxylation because a carboxyl group is being removed from pyruvate. Then, second step, the 2 carbon molecule from step 1 is oxidized and the electron lost in the oxidation are picked up by NAD plus to form NADH plus H. The oxidized 2 carbon molecule and acetyl group, it is over here, it is attached to the coenzyme A, which forms acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme acts as a fuel for the citric acid cycle in the next stage of cellular respiration, that is citric acid cycle. So, glycolysis splits glucose into 2 pyruvate molecules and the link reaction occurs twice per molecule of glucose. Per glucose molecule, the link reaction gives rise to 2 acetyl coenzyme, 2 NADH plus H plus and 2 carbon dioxide. So this is pyruvate decarboxylation or pyruvate oxidation. Here pyruvate is 3C compound and it forms acetyl coenzyme which is 2C compound and it will enter into the citric acid cycle. Citric acid cycle means Krebs cycle, which is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is a part of a series of chemical reactions that organisms use to break down food into form of energy that cells can use. Krebs cycle occurs in the mitochondria of cells and it uses 2 molecules of pyruvic acid from glycolysis in order to produce energy molecules, that is ATP. Krebs cycle forms means per 2 molecule of pyruvic acid it forms 2 ATP molecule, then NADH molecule and 2 FADH2 molecule. The produced NADH and FADH2 molecule from the cycle are used in the electron transport system. The final product of the Krebs cycle is oxaloacetic acid. As we all know, it is a cycle. Why? Because oxaloacetic acid, which is also known as oxaloacetate, is the exact molecule needed to accept an acetyl coenzyme A molecule and start another turn of the cycle. The Krebs cycle is an aerobic process and consists of 8 definite steps. Now I will explain all the 8 steps one by one. So first we will see glucose. From glycolysis we get pyruvate. From glycolysis we get pyruvate. This pyruvate undergoes decarboxylation or oxidation in presence of enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase and forms acetyl coenzyme. This acetyl coenzyme enters into the Krebs cycle when it is joined to oxaloacetate or oxaloacetic acid by citrate synthesis and produce citrate. This process requires the input of water. Here it is water. Oxaloacetate is the final metabolite of Krebs cycle and it joins again to start the cycle over again. Hence, the Krebs cycle is known as Krebs cycle, and this step is known as committed step. This citrate is then converted into isocitrate in presence of enzyme aconitis, and it is accomplished by the removal and addition of water to yield an isomer. This isocitrate is converted into alpha glutarate in presence of isocitrate dehydrogenase. The byproduct of this reaction are NADH and carbon dioxide. This alpha glutarate is then converted into succinyl coenzyme in presence of alpha glutarate dehydrogenase, and again they produce NADH and carbon dioxide. This succinyl coenzyme A is then converted into succinate in presence of succinyl coenzyme synthesis. And this step yields 1 ATP. GTP, it's a 1 ATP. 1 ATP per succinyl coenzyme A. This succinate is then converts into fumarate in presence of enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. In this step, FAD is reduced to FADH2, which is a prosthetic group of succinate dehydrogenase. Succinate dehydrogenase is a direct part of electron transport chain, and it is also known as electron carrier second. Now, this fumarate is then converted into malate by hydration in presence of enzyme fumarase. This malate is then converted into oxaloacetate in presence of enzyme malate dehydrogenase, and the byproduct of this reaction is NADH. So this is a Krebs cycle in which there are 8 steps. Oxaloacetate converts into citrate, citrate then converts into isocitrate, it converts into alpha ketoglutarate, then it converts into succinyl coenzyme, then it converts into succinate, then fumarate, then malate, and again oxaloacetate. So this is Krebs cycle. In Krebs cycle, what did we get? 2 CO2 here and here. In step 3 and step 4, 2 CO2. Then NADH, NADH and NADH. At 3 places we got NADH. So we got 3 NADH. Here in third step, in fourth step, and in eighth step. And at one step we got FADH2. Here in step 6. And we got 1 ATP. Here in step 5. So we got 2 carbon dioxide, 1 ATP, 1 FADH2 and 3 NADH plus H plus. So total 4 CO2, 2 ATP, 2 FADH2 and 6 NADH plus H plus, because there is a 2 cycles. One after glycolysis pyruvate, we got 2 pyruvate, and so there are 2 Krebs cycles, and per 2 cycles we got 4 carbon dioxide, 2 ATP and 2 FADH2 and 6 NADH plus H plus. Now we will discuss cellular respiration. As I explained earlier as well, that cellular aspiration has 3 steps: glycolysis, Krebs cycle and electron transport system. In glycolysis, glucose gets converted into pyruvate and gives rise to 2 ATP. This pyruvate, after decarboxylation and oxidation, acetyl coenzyme forms and it enters into Krebs cycle and it gives rise to 2 ATP. One Krebs cycle, then this electron generated via electron picked up by coenzymes are transferred to the electron transport chain, which is built into the Khrushchev mitochondria. Then the electron transport chain carries out oxidative phosphorylation, which accounts for most of the ATP generated by cellular respiration. So this is glycolysis. During glycolysis, each glucose molecule is broken down into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid in the cytosol. The pyruvic acid then enters the mitochondrial matrix, where the Krebs cycle decomposes it to carbon dioxide. And during glycolysis and the Krebs cycle, a small amount of ATP are formed by substrate level phosphorylation. And in third step, energy-rich electrons picked up by coenzymes are transferred to the electron transport chain, which are built into the crystal membrane. The electron transport chain carries out oxidative phosphorylation, which accounts for most of the ATP generated by cellular respiration. So this is a cellular respiration. In next lecture, I will explain electron transport system in detail. So it's all about Krebs cycle and cellular respiration. Today we discussed 3 things: decarboxylation of pyruvic acid, then Krebs cycle and cellular respiration. Thank you.